Hey YouTubers. Alright, so, oh my god, so busy, grateful to be busy, of course, trying to stay on task. And I'm not one to get like super overwhelmed. Like, I can do 7 things at one time. I'm like, okay, we'll do this, do that, do this, come right back to this, grab this. I'm that person who has every grocery bag in their arm, and I'm like, one trip or die trying. Seriously, I'm not running back and forth to the car 17 times to get grocery bags. I can do it with a case of water on my neck, okay? And people are looking at me like I'm crazy, and I'm like, listen, my strength is mental. I might only be 5'5" and like 140 pounds, but it is mental strength, okay? That's what it is. So, all day long, being pulled to do this video for my twin flames, my spiritual workers, okay, light workers, people being pulled through this awakening process, okay? So, I mean, when I tell you, I am full on goosebumps right now. I don't even know if you guys can see my skin, but like, I'm not lying to you. Like, you know the difference between when you're cold? I do, because my body temperature is always below what is normal. But that's because I have a negative blood type, and people who have negative blood are more acidic than they are alkaline. So people who have negative blood types, you will be known to blow out light bulbs. I did the other day. A light bulb that just got replaced 2 weeks ago, I blew it out. Or I have broken when it's Mercury retrograde. You know, that's the time when, and it's Gemini, you know, we're ruled by Mercury. So when our planet's in retrograde, okay, communication is aloof. Okay, it's like, you know, you're missing text messages, your phone will break, your laptop for no reason, you know, whatever. Well, during a Mercury retrograde, while I was going through the awakening process and did not know this, I broke my washer and my dryer that I just got. I'm like, what? Really? First it was the washer. I'm like, okay, great. Calling my friends, you know, because I'm the type of person who has friends that do everything. So I'm like, I need you to come fix my washer. And then I call him back like a week later. Can you come fix my dryer? He's like, what in the hell is going on? I'm like, I don't know. Well, later on, find out. It's electricity flowing through you. And, you know, so these spiritual chills I get all the time. Google it, spiritual chills. It's real. So, you know, when I'm talking, it's like energy flowing through me. I told you I don't speak from opinion. I'm just talking. I have like notebooks this thick, lots of them, where I do automatic channel writing because things are coming to me. Where today I'm like, yo, chill, all right? I need a notebook. I cannot remember all of this. It's just like it was just like coming, you know? It's not something I'm thinking on. It's just like, so intuitively guided to do this video about the awakening process because people listen, okay? 2017, news cycle, year 1, okay? It's time. It's already been happening. Pay attention. Pay attention. People who are not on a mission, spiritually speaking here, in order to help others, okay, have been noticing things, and they come to me because, like I said, I'm not limited. What do you want to talk about? Been seeing orbs? I'll tell you. What color are they? Got a video? Show it to me. You know? Dreams. Crazy dreams. Like, what the hell is this? I remember it so vividly. I can tell you what your dream meant. You know? I'm not limited. I don't limit myself to the expansion of my consciousness. I don't. Because I trust and have faith in what I'm connected to. Where I used to be fearful during the awakening process and was led by researching what is going on with me. I feel freaking batshit crazy. You know, like this is not, like it was like my life was falling apart around me, out of my freaking control. You know, I put up that video about what is divine intervention. I don't know if you watched that video. If you haven't, watch it. I explained to you about something that was out of my control, but there were signs everywhere that it was falling apart. And the divine's like giving you signs, you know, this isn't the right way, this isn't the right way. Okay, you're clearly still going to go through with it. We already know that you are. So we're going to have a circumstance or situation happen in order for you to wake up. Yeah. Become depressed about it. Fight up against it. And I did. I kept fighting up against it. And I was fearful during that time to, you know, stand up for myself. Because at the end of the day, I am a good-hearted person and I'm nice. But there's a difference between being a good-hearted person and nice and being a freaking pushover. Okay, I was being a pushover. I was letting people take advantage of me. So finally, the divine was like, all right, listen, lady, you got to get out of here. You got work to do, and you're fooling around over here doing this, you know, career path that you like but not really. And it was true because it was something that I didn't even want to do. It was my second choice because my first choice of what I wanted to do with my life, which was, check this, be a police officer. Yeah, I wanted to go to law. I wanted to go to the police academy because then I wanted to go to school to become a private investigator. Geminis will private investigate the shit out of you, okay? Especially if they intuitively feel like you're lying. I know all about it. Because I'll tell you this right now. I don't like being deceived. I do not like being lied to, and I definitely don't like people of power trying to play me. When I tell you I have stories, who's been a victim of court corruption? Who can prove it? Who was, even though I had tangible proof and all of that, I still didn't get the justice that I deserved because of power. Give them a cloak, you give them a badge, now all of a sudden they rule over you and can push you around. I had so much money stolen from me. Stolen by telling me that I had to pay all these things. Finding out, you didn't follow code of law. You didn't follow the protocol. It's a doozy, let me tell you. So then, you know, you pay a bunch of money to get somebody to help you, and they tell you it's falling on deaf ears. Yeah, because why? Because if you get justice, if that person, if someone in the system who's supposed to be watching over these people who are doing this, would actually, in fact, say, okay, yeah, this was wrong, this is corrupt, it falls on their shoulders from their boss, their higher up. Well, why are you not paying attention to these things? Why are you not handling this? So, lied to. Straight to my freaking face. Where then I find out from people who fell on my path, right? Divine. Synchronization, not a coincidence. Never. This process, there are no coincidences during the process. You, light workers, twin flames, you have free will. You can choose not, sorry, my back is itching me. You can choose not to follow where you're being guided and fight up against it. But trust me when I tell you, tower moments in tarot, falling from the tower, your whole entire life's crashing around you, you're falling in bouts of depression because you don't understand, you don't know what to do. It's because you're not listening to your inner self. You're going to the ego. You're doing egotistical, you know, mind-based belief things in order to try to succeed, when in fact, you're not supposed to be on that path. And your inner self knows that. You know by the way that you feel, right? It's your compass. You know by the way that you feel that this isn't right, but you're afraid because you're afraid of being judged. That's exactly what you need to shed. You need to shed your ego because you are not controlled by anyone else. And we're not controllers. We're helpers. We're here to help people that need help, okay? So You come into contact with the person who lights that fire under your ass. You were always meant to meet that person because the divine, you came here, you were planted here, but the divine needed you to meet that person at that time, okay? Because they wanted you to know that there is other people out there that you have, like that direct person. You're not weird. You're not weird. You're not a weirdo. You're a weirdo, but not really. We're all weird. It's a freaking perception. But it's like, you feel weird to the point where you're like, okay, like I'm connected to these energies and like I can read these cards and like, you know, and all this like stuff and, you know, I've been just like my whole entire life and I just don't understand relationships and like, you meet this person and you spill your freaking guts, right? And you feel this connection you never felt before. And it falls apart. It was meant to, okay? It's in the blueprint, like I said. It is. You agreed. You agreed. You agreed. And fighting up against it because of fear is not the right way. I don't know how else to put it. So, to alleviate some of the karmic pain, okay, because it is painful. Trust me, I was meant, and I know, there's nothing's a coincidence. Like I said, there's no such thing as a coincidence. People say that. I'm like, what a coincidence. I'm like, man, sure. I'm like, synchronicity's at play. Dude, chick, come on. But people are waking up to that. They're waking up to it. People who aren't on a spiritual mission in order to bring enlightenment in here, in order to help others heal these lower level energies that this world has been created on through contrast, right? It's different. But we have to shift it. And that's why we're here. We're shifters, okay? We're energy shifters. We're here to help those people. Because people are coming to me who are not, oh my gosh, my ears are straight up like vibrating. I told you all day long, ringing and vibrating, ringing and vibrating. People are coming to me who are, it's like you don't want to categorize people. That's not what, we don't do that. We don't judge people. We don't. That's a thing. It's like we're non-judgmental. We actually find it very disrespectful to be like that. Like it triggers us where we don't like that. We're the healers. We're the protectors. We're the helpers. We don't like that, right? I don't. I'll tell you right now, I don't. Because I know what it's like to be victimized like that. So, we're here, and people are starting to wake up because the energies are shifting. It's not by coincidence. Nothing is. I tell people, I'm like, 2017 is year one, okay? New cycle. Last year, 9, going into 10, was the last of people coming together, meeting each other, and having their whole entire life shift. But it was the karmic lessons that you need to learn. So you fall to these lower bouts of depression and you go to hell. And then you try to numb pain by participating in things of lower level energies, where then the divine is like, okay, listen, we're going to now start making your body feel pain where you're going to start rejecting it. Or you're going to start having things wrong with you, right? Because you're too stuck in your head, you're not following your heart, and you're trying to drown us out. But as a light worker, you can't. You can't drown it out. Because what will happen is, now you can not pay attention to the signs, you can ignore it, you can keep living your life the way that you have been trying to live it thus far, slamming your face against the wall. That's what it feels like. Because you keep hitting those roadblocks. And you're going to. Because it's do not enter. No, you may not pass go. You got to go over there. Over that way. Okay, you don't want to listen. You don't want to listen. You want to stay doing this. Sure. Why? Well, now, it's not going to make you as much money as you thought it was. They're going to start taking things away from you. Then they're going to break items of yours so that you have to pay more money to fix them. Because you're not paying attention. Car breaks down. Great. Now I get another thing I got to fix. Wake up. Going the wrong way. If you would start following your guidance system, your inner self, your higher self. Understand the energies you're truly connected to. Stop wasting your gifts. Your gifts were given to you in order to heighten them through awakening, in order to help others. Okay? That's what this is about. So, you fight up against it. Now, you are having things in your life happen where you're just like, why does everything keep happening to me? Ugh. No, stop whining. I'm not even mean. It's just like, no. It's a challenge. There's something so much better for you on the other side of that challenge if you would just start doing what it is that you need to do. So you're not waking up. So then, circumstances, situations happen where now you have to make a head over heart decision, and you choose your head over your heart, and now more things. It's like a snowball effect. So I'm here to help you stop that. Okay? Stop the karmic cycle. Stop living in the karma. Because you got to get rid of the karma. Okay? This is the year of it all shifting. It has been. Do you think that the presidential election was an accident? Or do you think that that may or may not have already been predicted a long ass time ago? Why is it that now that, with the president, more people are paying attention now? More people are more. I hear so much about. I have never been a political person. I'm not about that life. I don't need to sit here and talk to you about politics. That's not what I'm referencing here. What I'm referencing to is the fact that this president has caused the most contrast thus far. What a coincidence. It's 2017. He has what, 3 different wives? Kids of 3 different, to all 3, right? He was not of a political background, but of a celebrity business background, right? He is a Gemini, and Geminis can see all angles. He isn't exactly the most scrupulous, sure, but use that as an example of what, that's a little disrespectful. You know what I mean? But it's the contrast that causes what? What does contrast cause? Change. Now you're following me, right? Without that, full on goosebumps, man. I'm telling you, like without that change right there, that big one, we'd still be stuck in the same type of paradigm, right? And people wouldn't maybe be as so involved as they are with their opinions about it, or, getting involved. Because things are changing. It's the energies shifting. If you're not into astrology, just look it up, research it. See how many freaking full moons are this year, and retrogrades, and new moons, and the planets, their alignment, and the way they're shifting, the way they have been. Things are not of a coincidence. You probably got into a karmic relationship during Venus retrograde, or you went back to an ex, or you reconciled with an ex, and it fell apart right after Venus retrograde, right after Mercury went direct. I even predicted that in one of my readings. I said, I feel like a lot of karmic relationships ended about it was like something around 8 days ago or whatever. Do you know how many people that messaged me or I spoke to, and it did? Because it was the energies. There was the lesson learned there. You went back to that karmic partner. It was never going to work because you were using that person as your reason to live, survive. Oh my God, I need you to love me, love me, love me. No, that's not what it was about. It was the lesson learned there. It's about loving yourself first. You, light workers, first and foremost, are the most important person, okay, in relation to yourself. Because we need to be good in alignment. Like I told you, I'm a visionary. I'm an energy reader. I teach the law of attraction on a deeper level. Because there's holes in it, I told you. read The Secret. I can't even tell you how many times. I could probably recite the whole freaking book to you, and the movie, which the movie is basically just them, the book is basically the movie, vice versa. It's just like the script, But there's holes in it because people don't catch on to it fully, and then they think it's bullshit. I'm like, the law of attraction is just as much real as the law of gravity. You're projecting as above, so below. It's energy. We're energy. We're connected to energy. Like I said, you're plugged in to source. But this thing up here, the devil, who saw Wonder Woman? I'm dressing up as Wonder Woman for Halloween. Yes, I still celebrate Halloween. Why not? Why not? I wouldn't. I mean, people wear costumes every day. Sure, to each their own. You're having a blast. That's cool. There's somebody that took a picture. I'm not even lying to you. This dude I'm friends with on Facebook. He posted a picture, and it was this like bigger dude. He had fairy wings on, lime green, like whatever. And he took a. He was like, well, this just in. Like, this was outside my window this morning, and it was this man with like, and I was like, I told you fairies were real. People were like, you're so dumb. I'm like, he's having a blast. Let him go. Whatever. Perception. But, see, listen, this is blabbermouth. Wonder Woman. Who saw it? I saw it opening night with my friend. He took me out for my birthday. And he lives in Maryland now, but he's one of my soulmates. He is my brother from another mother, is what I call him. Seriously, we've been friends since we were little kids, and he was in grade school with me, but then he kind of like fell off, and I hadn't seen him for like, I don't know, oh my God, 8, 9 years, and the one day, I'm at the gym, I'm on a treadmill, I look over next to me, and it's him, and he used to be really big, like real big, like huge, and he was so skinny, and I was like, hey. He looked over and was like, what's up? And I'm like, what the hell happened to you? I'm like, oh my God, you're like gone, but your head's still really big. And we just like started laughing because nothing changed. Nothing had changed. And nothing still has changed. Still in contact all the time. He is one of my soulmates. And it's like, so he takes me to movies for my birthday. We get to see Wonder Woman opening night. I am telling you the freak what. I wanted to stand up in my freaking chair and be like, are you listening to the messages in this freaking movie? Killing it. I'm like, oh, and what are the chances that this movie comes out right around the same time that we all need to be waking up? Light workers. Come on. I'm not motivator, man. I'm like, listen, I don't have time to bullshit you. I don't have time to lie to you. I told you last week, and by some of my videos, I was losing my freaking mind. I was like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. You bring me clarity. And I'm like threatening, like, I won't do this anymore. I'm not going to lie to people. I'm not going to do this. I can't tell people, like, guide people if you can't even give me some sort of clarity on why the hell you put this on my path. Well, lo and behold, I get it. And then I'm not forced, what's the word? Led by guidance to, help. So, I did. Freed myself of this elephant on my shoulders. I'm not even kidding you. I feel so much lighter. And now, since then, I just been getting like downloads like crazy. Automatic writing, channeling, and just clients just flowing, And I'm like, stop. Just don't doubt. Stop doubting the person you met that woke you up. Just stop it. Stop worrying about them. Do you trust and have faith in the unfolding of everything as it has been? your awakening process, you gotta get on mission. You can't sit around with the egotistical mind base that you won't feel better until that person returns to you. No, that's exactly what they want you to trust them. The energies, the divine, God, the God force. May the force be with you. I think Star Wars isn't all about enlightenment. Let's be real here. Freaking doubt. They're up there watching us right now. Won't pick me up though. I just love saying that because people are like, "You're so silly." I'm like, "No, you're silly. I'm being for real right now. I got a date with a UFO, and they won't come get me." But it's like, you can't live in that. I told you, it's intolerable to me anymore. I can't. I put that video up because I need the piece of the puzzle here, okay? I told you, I'm a light worker. I'm a twin. I'm a spiritual teacher. I'm a visionary. I'm not limited. Not limited. Okay? I'm not limited in my help to others. Figure it out. Okay? People know because you guys have been coming to me, right? All I need is your name and birth date. And I just want to clarify something because I hear this all the time where people say, people like that are bullshit. You know, you don't need someone's name and birth date to read into them or do a reading. No, you don't. Okay? But me, on a higher level of understanding, I don't walk around and invade people's privacy. That is invasion of privacy. Do you understand? By you coming to me and requesting a reading, I request your higher self, guides, and whoever you're in relation to, because you're energetically connected to whoever you want to read into also. We all coordinate together in order to bring the messages through. That is called respect. Right? I would never do that. I'm not tapping into someone's energies for my own selfish reasons. It's not what our gifts are for. It's not what it's for. It's for us to heighten our abilities in order to help others. Like I said, I could go and get lottery numbers. I could go and get scores for games and help people, you know, gamble, whatever. Do you understand the type of punishment that I would be under? My gifts would be taken away from me just like that. Fend for yourself now, dummy. You let your egotistical mind take you over to go win a bunch of money for people or win a bunch of money for your selfish self so that you could go buy a bunch of things. Well, guess what? Nope. Taken away just like that. They're watching. They know what you're doing. And they know the pain you're in, but they want you to understand. This isn't, it's 11:11 on that freaking oven right now. No bullshit. No bullshit here. 11:11. All my clocks are on, you know that. I'm just confirming that I'm not full of shit. I'm not. Can't bullshit a bullshitter. My grandfather used to say it all the time. Can't bullshit me, because I know all the bullshit. I lived through it. So, try to bullshit me, I know you're lying. That's it. Period. Okay? So, you can trust me in understanding that I'm not lying to you, or if I was, my gifts would be removed from me. I would be forever punished. Karmically speaking here. So, light workers, going through the awakening process, stop allowing the egotistical fears to block you. Stop worrying about the person who ignited. Stop questioning it. I did. So that finally they were like, listen, okay, fine. And they trusted me enough because I was praying, praying. They trusted me enough that I wouldn't fall to egotistical based beliefs in relation to this other person, and I didn't. Nope. Can't tolerate it. Can't even, when I say I can't tolerate it, it's like, before, in karmic relationships, oh, crying on the couch. He doesn't love me, he doesn't love me. He'd call me the next day, and we'd hook up, do something, and then, wouldn't hear from him for a few days, and just did that shit for, like, freaking ever, right? It's not about that. It's not about that. It's not. It's on a whole other level. So you can't be worrying about them. You can't. Move your ass, okay? That's it. Do what it is that you came here to do. Don't worry about that. Just work it. You lit a flame. If they ignited you, you ignited them. One is always more awake than the other. That's the way it goes. You're not awake all at the same time. Can't be. You met each other at two different points in your life, but yet you had that connection. You could talk about the spiritual things, the metaphysical world, the weird things. You're seeing things. You're seeing, orbs. You're seeing things that the human eye normally wouldn't be able to catch. Catching things in your camera. Those things all exist. Parallel universes. We can see past this creation here. Isn't it intolerable? I can't. I'm like, I'm done. That's it. Because my higher self, what I'm connected to, was like, okay, you did your karmic duty, okay, and you might have got a little bit of an egotistical answer, but you didn't fall fully to the ego, but you did, and you didn't, but my mind didn't go there, and I didn't feel bad. I was just like, okay, whatever, figure it out. I'm like, you don't understand? I can't help you any further, okay? That's all I was allowed. All I was allowed. Because we're limited by, you can't force your twin to wake up. You can't. You cannot. I don't know how else to put it. You can't force them because there's lessons that need to be learned, okay? They can fight up against it all they want to, but they're not going to get anywhere in their life. That is any sort of fulfillment internally because they're being pulled to what it is that they chose to do. The awakening process means you forgot when you got here what you already had agreed to do. This is what awakening means. So you already agreed to do this, and you forgot. You had to forget because you had to go through the process. Full on goosebumps again, man. My ears are like, you already agreed to this. You agreed. You did. So now, you're waking up along the way because you're starting to see things in circumstances, situations. Something's not right here. There's something not right about what's going on. And then all of a sudden, something pops up. And you're like, what's this article about? What's lucid dreaming? What's astral projection? What's, this kundalini? What's this dark night of the soul? What's this? Because things just start, as you're researching, more and more things start flowing to you so that you can get a deeper understanding as so you start to remember. You start to remember why you came here because you're being pulled in that direction. But you still try to live in the paradigm of the past. You don't belong there. You've already agreed. So you can fight up against it, or you can choose to because that's where happiness and abundance lies. I know it. It's a fact. It's a fact. It's factual. You want to know why I know? Because I did it. I did it. I lived in an ego world for so long, and it took everything away from me. Everything. Everything. Then I woke up to corruption, people, money. What did Biggie Smalls say? The more money you got, man, the more problems you see. He made a comment in that one video or whatever. More money, more problems. Yeah, absolutely. The more money you got, the more problems that you can create for yourself in this egotistical world. That's what it is. And these people, malicious, sociopath. So you call somebody a sociopath, and all of a sudden it's like, oh, what right do you have to call? Like, there must be, excuse me, up close and personal with a sociopath. Huh. I'm joking. I tell you, I got stories. Freaking nasty people. Crazy as F. Crazy as all hell. Never be able to touch me. This one from 11, 17, 11, 18. And that's like, you know, my numbers. But like, if they could have me killed, they would. Yes, they sure would. So they try to do other things in order to ruin my life, but I'm always protected. You're not getting very far with me. You're not. You're gonna try. Get your little minions, band them together. But you're up against a force that can't be reckoned with. That's the thing. You get that. But they do. That's why they're trying to destroy you. Trying to destroy you because they see something in you that makes their blood boil, where they're jealous, or you probably left them to the wayside at one point in time, right? Because they just weren't right for you, and they came on your path, teach you a lesson, and now, you know, may or may not be connected to the person. Well, they're just going to continuously try to screw with your life and mess with you. But knowing the protection that I have, got nowhere. Nowhere with me. Even after doing all the malicious things to me that they did, all those things were going to happen anyway. They needed to happen because I needed to get out of where I was. I needed to learn a lesson. I learned the lesson in a short amount of time, and I was out. And from there, it's just been flowing. Where now everything is falling on the path, just in the way that it was, in perfect synchronization all the time. Because you have to do this. You have to. Faith, trust. No! You have to start somewhere, right? Start doing something that tests your abilities. Put yourself out there a little bit. You'll start to see. And then you're going to start helping others. You know what it is that you need to be doing, but you're afraid. Afraid of being judged. Listen, all I got to tell you is fear is nothing more than a perception of a belief within yourself that you can't do it. And it's based off of the fact that you've been programmed to believe in the paradigm you grew up in, what it is you need to be doing with your life. Yet, you've always felt like the black sheep of the family, right? I have, to an extent, with my grandparents and my grandfather and my grandfather, my grandmother, my dad, we're all close. They're not here anymore. If they were, my life would probably be a lot different. They're with me in spirit. Or where my grandparents, wedding set. These are oh my God, I don't even know. Over 80 years old, 70 years old. These rings. And I got protection. I'm good. I'm straight. Not worried. I'm not afraid to be here. I'm afraid of anybody. I told you. I've been in so many situations where I should be dead. Nope. Not so. That ain't the way out. Not for light workers, it isn't. Because you're here to serve a purpose. Some are here to serve a huge, high purpose, right? And there's others who are the healers. You do healing. You know what it is that you do. But then there's some that serve a higher collective purpose, right? None better than the other. We're a collective. We have to work together. But there's some of us who are more ascended. Like I said, I don't claim to be the most, I'm not better than anybody. Like I said, I don't judge. I just know what it is that I need to do. So I extend myself to help you guys. because I know what it's like to be crucified, died. He was crucified, died, buried, and rose, right? Isn't the way it's told? I know all about it. You're fine. Trust me, you're fine. Nothing wrong with you. I know you feel freaking crazy. I know. I felt like I was out of my freaking mind. The people, just intolerable, cannot be around certain people anymore because it's just like, but I can block them out now. Like I can block them out. Like I can be in social, gatherings or whatever and be around a bunch of like lower level vibrational people who try to like ruin people's lives and gossip and tell stories and all to make you like jealous or whatever. I had it happen to me over the weekend. I was like, this girl is out of her freaking mind. So I was telling her about herself. I said, why are you bothered by it? Why does that upset you? Because their egotistical mind is that they want something in order to feel as if they're at some sort of like higher level of social standing. Why don't you like yourself? Why don't you start there? And about that. It's not about that. I can't express it anymore. And late workers, twins, you know better. You know. So stop fighting up against it. Stop fighting up against it. Stop worrying about your twins. Why are you worried about them? Free yourself of that. You have to. And when you free yourself, you feel the shift. I felt it. I felt like, oh my God, I was like, the elephant, the 7-ton elephant that was on my shoulders is gone. I feel fine. I got to do what I got to do. That's it. It's not up to me. It's not up to me anyway. It's not up to you with your twin. It's not. You'll be guided. You'll be given the avenues when the divine says it's fine, that you guys can reconnect. Because reconnection happens in order to ascend. Union, full-on union happens when both no longer question their connection to source and can use their abilities in order to reach more people in what it is that they came here to do because they agreed to it. We agreed to it. I don't know how to say it. So you're waking up. And you're waking up at the exact time you need to wake up. Your age is a perception. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter. The kids that are, I don't care how old you are. I don't care if you're 60 years old and you're a late worker, twin, or you're 21. You know whether or not you are. And you know by the person that you met and it happened. Because you already agreed to it. That's how twins wake up. That's how the late workers woke up. There isn't any other way in order for it to happen. You woke up, right? The twin flame thing drives me freaking crazy when people think that they're with their twin, they're not going through a spiritual awakening, and they're chasing after validation from that person, and they hold that person as their focal point, that they're coming back together in union, and they've been doing the runner-chaser stage for years. That's the runner. The runner is the chaser, and the chaser is the runner. You're running from your own awakening process. And these are not egotistical-based relationships. There's no ego. The ego has to be shed. And the divine knows if you keep pushing up against it, you're making it worse for yourself. So I had to, on mission, so I can be here to help you guys, as I have. It's 4:14, and it just said on my clock there, 4404. Oh, 4414 as soon as I look down. And it's 6:14. I just realized that. Like I said, time. Time, age, all that perception. Okay? So, yeah, you woke up. Kids, what are we creating here for them? They're already awake. Let me tell you something right now. These kids I meet, they just come right up to me. They're smart. Way too smart for their own well-being. My kid is. He's dyslexic, right? It's like he knows how to read. He is dyslexic, but things that this kid says off freaking charts. He was dismissed from every therapist or psychologist who took him to for his reading because his dad is. And I know why. And the one psychologist even said it. He said, there's a lot of people that are they're gifted and they're born with disabilities. Like, seriously, let's go back, Really, think about it. Some of the greatest minds, brilliant minds that ever came to this earth in order to give us things. They gave us things, they gave us electric, right? Clean water. All those types of things that people just don't appreciate. Take it for granted. Not if it starts getting taken away from you. Your light workers. Don't take your gifts for granted. Stop shoving them off as being weird because of perception made here. Because people are waking up and they're looking for people to help them. And if you're not waking up and forcing against it, then the divine has no choice but then to take things away from you and destroy your life around you in order to get you to wake up. It happened to me. Nothing of a coincidence, all in perfect synchronization. Where I sit now, I'll never deny it again because I got shit to do. Right? Gotta work. Gotta help. Can't be worried about the other person. It's not up to you. It's not, that person is not up, their awakening is not up to you. And the divine will coordinate when you reconnect so that the person can see you, see themselves, do what it is you gotta do, and then you keep moving. They're fine. You can't fight against it. They know they have a higher purpose. They've always felt weird. They've always felt out of place. They've always felt like the black sheep of the family, whatever. And they've always been pulled to do something other than what it is that everybody else believes that they should be doing. And that's how you felt, right? Yeah. I'm like, I'm not doing, yeah. I'm like, okay. I did what I was, guided to do based off the fact that I couldn't do, you're not going to be a police officer. I won't be able to sleep at night knowing you're out with guns. That's nice. Thanks for controlling my life and not letting me do what it is that I felt inclined to do at that time because you made it about you. And then here's me, like this, okay, I'll do the second thing. I do it. And then divine takes it away from me. They're like, you're not doing that. They did. Circumstances and situations outside of my own freaking control. And people who are waking up, you know it. You can't fall to bouts of depression and worry about your twin. Your twin is fine. They're fine. And you'll be given clarification of that they're fine. Trust me. Okay? That was a download I had earlier. You need to do this. You need to run your mouth about this spiritual awakening process. Give examples. Spill your guts. I'm spilling my guts. I don't care. I told you, I don't have anything to hide. Hide what? People need to know about this crap. This world that we created and live in. Freaking bananas. People are, can't. Told you. So you can't worry about them. Worry about what? What are you worried about? That you'll never hug them again or touch them again? What are you worried about? You're worried that they're in another relationship? Might be part of the contract. That person might be part of the contract. There's a lesson behind that. But that person is not on their level of consciousness. Never will be. You can't fight against it. The divine will intervene and take it away at the moment it needs to be. Things were taken away from you. Think about it. When you met that person, yeah. Or shortly after, same. But then you woke up. And they might have been, who knows where they're at in the process. It's not up to you. But the divine will guide you. You will trust it. And they will deliver validation. And you'll still be where you were in your path, but ascending even higher now because you released the karmic grip. You released a karmic grip and you didn't allow your ego to overtake you, call them a bunch of names, right? Like you would in your past karmic partners. You don't treat that person like that. You just don't. They're not awake yet. They're not all the way awake. They'll wake up. They have to. So don't worry. Don't worry. Don't worry about anything they say to you that's at lower level vibrations. They don't even know what they're saying. They don't. You may have made a valid point or something, and then they fall down to that level of lower level consciousness, 3D perceived, egotistical mind based. Let them go. I'm like, see ya. I can't tolerate it. I can't tolerate it. So I can't talk to, I can't even, we can't have a conversation. I can't understand you. You can't understand me. We can't even have a conversation because you're not even awake enough to hear me. So, like, we can't have a conversation. That's how it is, right? That's how I am. It's intolerable. Like, I can't do the egotistical mundane. I told you. I can't. I just need that little missing piece of the puzzle so I can help others here on what it is that is missing. Because it's the perception of these labels. But light workers, we're straight. Right? We got each other's backs. And we didn't leave them. They're fine. Trust me, they're fine. I know they're fine. I don't care what your perception is of what they're doing. It's part of the contract. It is. But it's happening. Union is going to happen. You have to be ready for it because then it's time. Yeah. All the karmic cycles from the past, any residual bullshit that you got to deal with from the mundane world, the 3D world, right? All that has to be done. All of it. Because as soon as it is, then what? Then the divine's like, okay, you guys are awake enough now. You got to talk to each other. Because you got to move your asses. That's what this is about. Because you got to help people. You came here for a purpose. A higher purpose. Way higher than the human mind can gather. The egotistical mind cannot gather it. Yet, people are waking up. They're seeing the clocks. They're seeing the orbs. They're having crazy ass dreams. All higher self, waking them up to their spiritual side. But then the light workers, us, teachers, we need to help people and change and shift the energies because there's too much freaking egotistical based man-mind beliefs here that are destroying others in the world around us. And we all came here and we vibrated here from what? Love, the frequency of light. And the light has been dimmed or darkened. And now the divine planted here. No coincidence whatsoever. Do your research. Do your research. Do it. I'm not going to. There's something coming from me soon, okay, for you guys, for twin flames and light workers, okay? Because I got guided intuitively today. It's going to be for the betterment of yourself, okay? I'm not going to talk about it now. But you have to get onto this mission because it's the world. The vibration of love is light. Love and pain are not two of the same. I've been saying it for years. Could not understand it. Something that feels so enlightening and good turns to shit. Why? You don't even want me to go there. You don't want me to go. Because I'm telling you right now, I could do 24-hour video. I told you, notebooks, this freaking thick. While I was waking up, every morning, wake up, clarity, 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 praying, crying, clarity, cleansing, knowing something effing wrong. That's not one thing. It's not two things. It's a lot of things. But the one thing that's being destroyed, this world was created on, was light, a vision of love. And we've been destroying it. Egotistical minds have been destroying it, controlling people. Nobody came here more powerful than another. Nobody came here in order to rule over another. We created that. That's why I can't get on board with it. I'm like, it's falling on deaf ears. You did something wrong. I don't care about your social standing. You did something wrong in your job, and you need to admit that you were wrong in the doing of it and made me suffer for it. Well, because I'm considered what, a minion? You have no idea who I am. I'm considered a minion. They get away with it. You can have my freaking money. Take it. I always have money flowing to me. Divine knows. Okay, take my money. Have it. It's not even yours anyway. Central banks. Take it. Freaking take all my money. Take everything I own. I don't care. I'd give the shirt off my back and my last dollar. I would. I have. I'm fine. That's not what it's about. It's not. That's where the shift is. Light workers. You're always taken care of. And when things are taken out of your life, it's because you're getting an upgrade. Always, okay? So if something falls apart in your life, right? Like you lose your job, or your car breaks down and you need to get like a new one, or, you know, that's all, you're getting upgraded because it's like you're graduating levels of consciousness, okay? You're ascending. So when you wake up to the fact that you know what it is that you need to do, you both will be able to be like, all right, we got this. You love each other. You love each other. You love each other more than what is perceived on the egotistical mind, okay? The love that you have in here for yourself, and the faith and the trust in the divine and everything you've been given and your gifts ascending and you're helping people, like that's such gratitude. I'm like so honored when I help people on that level. And people don't understand what you're doing. They don't get how you do it. They don't need to. I don't have the time. It's just the trust and the faith that I know I'm connected to something outside myself that I'm meant to be connected to in order to help people. And I know it about others. That's why I'm here telling you this. That's why this was meant for me to be recorded today. And I don't give a shit that it's almost an hour. It does not matter. Time is a perception. We're existing. You need to listen to it. You need to hear it. You have to. Because if you're listening to this, then you've been going through an awakening process that's been pretty painful, right? Well, it doesn't have to be painful like that. It doesn't. It's your lack of trust and faith and too worried about the mundane and the egotistical-based relationships that your twin could be in. But that person ignited you, and it's completely impossible because we share feelings that that person wasn't ignited also. Now, they might perceptionally be in a paradigm of too much ego, but their ego's been shedding, and it's been shedding their whole life because they're the black sheep. They're misunderstood. They're more or less considered to be the outsider of the family, yet they're still family, right? I know it. Trust me, I know it. What the hell's she doing with her life, whatever? Because I didn't tell anybody what the hell I was doing. Because you know why? Because when I did start to talk about it, did I feel the jealous vibes from people? Oh. Jealous of what? You couldn't even handle this shit. You don't even know what I'm doing? You don't. I'm helping people, healing people, cleansing this, man. Freaking devil lives in there. Trolls. Imagine a freaking troll living in there. Wouldn't you want to get him out? That's weird. Think about it. Monsters in your head. What's that song? Revolution? It's a revolution? Monsters in your head are scared of love. Yeah. Fallen people, listen up. It's not too late to change your life. Heard that song the first time, my whole entire, I was like, woo, yes. Preach it. Sing it. It's exactly what this is about. We, the light bringers, the teachers, the healers, the people who have the power with their minds in order to change the paradigm in the world that is created, still need to have order, still need to be able to do that. But it's bringing light, enlightenment, and that's what we're here to do. There's too many of us. This is the thing, is before, listen to this, okay? Before, there'd be like philosophers, teachers, but there'd only be like a few of them, leaders, right? Trying to bring enlightenment. There'd be a few of them. And they would band together. They would band together like groups of people, and people would be enlightened by them or whatever. But it didn't really truly change because there was too much ego, there was too much control. So that was frowned upon. The metaphysical has not been scientifically proven. Well, then now they're getting into that, but there's not, well, you have a word to reference it to. You have a word to reference to it, but it's not real. That's what kills me about a lot of things. Things that aren't real, we have a word to reference to it. So where'd it come from? Someone made it up? No, because it probably existed here before. Unicorns are real. I'll see one before I'm dead. Before I leave this earth. I always say that. But seriously, I think about shit like that. I'm telling you, I'm out there. So out there. There's nothing you could say to me that I wouldn't be like, why couldn't it be real? Or let's talk about it. Seriously. Fantasy? Fantasy or... was it real? It's funny. It's really funny. But yeah, those people came in order to bring enlightenment and try to shift at that time. But there were too few of them, right? And the egotistical, man-made creation of government off selfish reasons for a small collective in order to gain financially and take over the world, right? And those people were either imprisoned for their beliefs or executed for their beliefs, and that was control. We're gonna execute these people who are bringing enlightenment because we don't need them knowing about this shit, right? We don't need them knowing about this. Off with your head. Brilliant mind. Spirit. Now, we, as a collective, we're put here, planted. Yeah, sure, you feel weird. Who cares? Yeah, you feel batshit crazy. I know all about it. But you come here for a purpose. You can't fight against it. You cannot fight against it, and you know you can't. Because there's things in your life that you cannot explain that happen that are crazy, right? Or things falling apart. You're starting to feel sick, physically sick. That's part of the awakening process. I was sick. Go to doctors, nothing wrong with you. No shit. I was awakening. And it was purging, cleansing, Those are things that I can help you not get stuck in for long periods of time like I did. But my unfolding was in order so that I could teach you 33 ascendant master number. You know, research yourself. Research your life path. Research your birthday. Get your astrological chart. Understand yourself. And if you can't do, I do all of it. I told you I'm not limited. When I tell you people are waking up, people in my hometown come to me. Can you do a numerology report for me? Can you do my astrological chart? Can you do this? I'm like, yeah, of course. Anything. And then they email me or message me and they're like, this is so freaking spot on. Like, I've learned so much more about myself through reading this. But they've been like that their whole entire life. They just now read it in a way of, you know, doing the reports and where exactly they were planted at the time of their birth, in the alignment of the energies. Boom. Right in your chart. Research yourself. I did. I'm like, yep, that's me all day. All freaking day. And then your direct counterpart. You guys are not, you're similar, but you're not. Because you both have a purpose that is of two minds, of two different personalities, melded together, because you're yin and yang. But there's a little piece of each of you inside of each other. That's why you can help each other. That's why you can enlighten each other. You're here to help each other. You're not here to destroy each other and hate each other. You can't even hate your twin. You couldn't hate him if you tried. Couldn't hate him if you tried. You couldn't. It's not a karmic relationship. There's nothing karmically inside of you when you meet this person that makes you feel any sort of hatred towards them, even if something unfortunate happened and they made a bad choice. You don't hate them. You love them because you know why they did. You can't hate them. You just gotta let them go. Figure it out. They love you. Come on. How can they not love you? Do you love yourself? Are you good with yourself? That's all you need to know. Fine, got it. You already agreed to this. So it's time to keep moving your ass. Okay? Because we need help. And things are starting to change rapidly, fast. Okay? I mean, I'm not kidding. It's like we're in the speed zone now. I'm serious. I'm a teacher, man. That's my purpose. I'm a reader, energy reader. I'm a guide. I'm a helper. I provide the guidance. I get the information. And people can't tell me bullshit. Can't. Valid points. It's your perception. You can agree, disagree. Also a bullshit statement. Whatever. I'm not even going to get into that. But you believe whatever you want to believe. But the thing is that people are waking up because you can't ignore it. The number haunting. You can't ignore it. Like, it's the universe trying to get your freaking attention. Like, hey, wake up, people. So there's a lot of us here now. At one time, a lot of us, as stated in the prophecies in the Bible, that we would come here in order to shift the energies, healers, light burners, healing people without having to use man-made things in order to destroy further. Because that's what happens, right? All control. Poisoning water. I'm serious. I'm all about it. So, that's all I'm being guided to say today with this. I just want you guys to know. They love you. That's the message. They love you. And they're working on themselves. Divine got it. They want you to If you're on mission, stay on mission. If you haven't yet, they want you to go onto mission. Contact me. We can do a twin flame reading. I have a questionnaire that I need you to fill out first, though, before we could even begin that, because I need your information and blah, blah, blah. That would be something we discuss privately. All your information stays with me. Goes against part of my, it's just like a thing, We work one-on-one. Nobody else's business, first of all. I don't like people in my business, I'll tell you that much. It's like, mind your business. So, yeah, like, we work one-on-one. You're with me. We're good. I got you. Like, I'm here to help, okay? If you're feeling stuck, feeling lost, you feel stuck in a fog, in a dark place, and you don't know how to get out of there, you have a session. We'll figure it out. I'll get you out. I'll show you the way out. Okay? So, Adriana, I am leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps. I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. I don't really think I need to say much more. Like, seriously, are you guys listening to me? Did I lose you guys? No, because if you're my light workers and you're my spiritual, you're my twins, you're listening to this. I know that you are, because I know that you are. That's it. My higher self already knows. My ears vibrating, ringing all day. Be doing a lot of writing tonight. Sonia, I bring you a message from your deceased loved one. I am happy and at peace, and I love you very much. Please don't worry about me. Okay, so any light workers, twin flames, you've had a deceased loved one, pass over that you could have been really close with, and you feel lost without them here. I know all about it. I know all about it. I was left here with the one person who damaged me. And the rest of them ascended. But guess what? They ascended. They don't want you to worry about them, and they are with you, helping you, okay? They're with you, helping you. They want you to know not to fear it. Follow it. They're with you in spirit. They're no longer here in the physical realm. They serve their purpose here. They serve their purpose here, okay? Now it's time for you to serve your purpose. No, they may not be here to comfort you, okay? And you feel like you could talk to this person, and they're not here anymore to talk to you or to defend you to your family. I know all about it. They're not here to defend me. Like I said, that court corruption shit, my grandfather would walk right down there, my dad would have freaking bust heads. You're screwing with my kid? Taking her money? Crazy? Serious. My dad was a freaking big dude. He was like 6'2", like bodybuilder, like I'm talking like big dude, okay? And all my friends would think he was so hot. I think you guys are disgusting. Oh my God, look at that. I'm like, ew. Freak wants to hear that. That's gross. Yeah, my dad was good looking, but like, come on, like, let's be real here. Freaking my friends, it's gross. But like, you know what? Don't matter, whatever. But like, I know you're lost. I know. You're lost without them, but they're with you. In spirit. You gotta trust. Where'd your faith go, man? I lost mine. I was like, I don't freaking believe in nothing anymore. Yeah, I woke up. I did. I was like, that's not the way. No. We drink ourselves into oblivion. That's hot. Feel real good about yourself too the next day, right? No. Doing very unscrupulous things, It's not about that. It's not about that life. That's all devil energies. Sure. You have a drink? Drink? Yeah. But when you're drinking in order to numb something, that's the wrong way, ladies and gentlemen. But if you're out with your friends having a good time and having some drinks and letting loose, we're here to enjoy life, right? But if you're using it to numb pain, you're causing yourself more pain. That's where I'm like, I'm not saying don't drink. Don't drink to numb a problem. You're creating and feeding the problem. Like I said, figure it out, get in a union, pop a bottle of champagne, and be like, I'm so dumb, I got it, like, we're good, let's do this thing. That's what, come on. You're being guided, you're protected always, stop doubting yourself, stop doubting your gifts, use them, heal yourself, do your research, and then when you're both on a level consciousness, the divine will say, all right, now we can trust that these two are going to work together, not work against each other. That's what it's meant. Union is meant to happen between all twin flames. People are like, oh, well, we can't guarantee that you. Of course you can't. You can't guarantee that. You don't guarantee that. Because what if it doesn't happen? Then you want to be held accountable for it, right? Because the process is different for each one, okay? But if you were a twin and you were ignited by your twin here, okay, in this physical realm, that's the person that lit the fire under your ass. You're meant to come back together with that person. Yes. I know that. They're already together. Go on YouTube. Look up twin flame workers, whatever. There already are twin flames in union working together to help people. And they'll tell you. They worked apart and they were doing their service apart. But then it got to the point where the ego shed to the point of complete consciousness where they knew that they had to come back. They couldn't fight it anymore. And outside circumstances no longer were affecting it. They had to move, you know, or whatever. But it's meant to come back together because you multiply when you're together. Your growth, your consciousness. You guys wake each other up constantly. You're so comfortable with each other, you can talk about anything and nothing's weird. You take care of each other that way. Are there problems? Nobody's perfect, of course. But those you don't view each other that way. It's different. So union is supposed to happen, and it will, once you reach the level of consciousness and understand that you're headed on the right path, because you will be given services, clients, people will find you. I don't look for clients, they find me. I just had to put my energy out there because people need you. That's what I'm saying, light workers and twinnies. Like, come on. People need you. Put your freaking self out there and watch. Watch how fast people start finding you when they're like, I need you. Can you help me? That's the way it works. Then, now you know you're all good. You got to get back to the person. Why? Because when your client's just out of the world, you're hitting shit out of the ballpark. Now you two are together, being led where it is you need to be at the exact time you need to be in order to help others wake up, collective, whatever. Everybody's mission's different. I know what my mission is. I'm already on it. And I'm going, and I keep going. I'm worried about it. I can't. We don't wait around to help. You don't wait around, right? So you got to keep going. Move your ass. That's all I can say. So, if you need my help, light workers, from flames, you come to me, and we'll figure it out. Okay? But if you have been enlightened and you're already started on mission, then you know you met your twin flame. You know. You both know who each other are. And if you're going through the awakening process, which you would be at this time, and you're unsure of where you lie on your path and what's going on, then you contact me and I'll help you. Okay? Well, do you need a healing session? Do you need a reading? I told you I'm not limited. My website will be up, okay? We've had some slight delays. I keep getting ideas. I told you I am very particular about things like that because I'm putting that out there, you know? Like, and it's being delayed for a reason. I told you I trust everything now. I don't distrust because if I do distrust, then I get, told you. You guys see my readings where I put cards back, they fly on the floor, and I'm like, oh, they were like, oh, you want to put, we told you to like leave that there, and so now we'll throw it on the floor so you have to work for it. You could have just left it there. No, without it. So I just trust. I have trust and I have faith. That's all I need. Living on a freaking prayer. But in the right way, in a good way, lighthearted way. As above, what? So below. What you put out, you get back. Radiate your light workers, and everything will flow to you. Trust in the divine, and you will be brought back to the counterpart that you came here to be with in order to change this world that has been darkened by the egotistical mind that man created. We're shifting it. We're the shifters. We're the energy shifters, right? We're digging out dark energies and transmuting them into light. That's what we do. We're healing people. This, I feel this. Okay? So, that would be it for this. And I'm going to be coming back with mid-June monthly readings for people. Okay? But I needed to put this up for my spiritual, workers because I was guided to do it today. So I hope that this helped you. Email me if you need me. I'm got to stay on task. So email me if you need me. lovefromabove717@gmail.com. Okay? I love you guys. Get your ass on mission.